Obiajulu was never supposed to live past the age of 7, but he did because his mother, Ijeoma, ran. She ran the night her husband, Ikemba, was taken by the river. Years ago, Ijeoma and Ikemba were desperate. They had been married for 6 years. No child, no hope, no answers, until they met a woman by the riverside. The woman in red. She had no name, no shadow, but she smiled sweetly and said, "Give me one night, and I will give you a son." That night, Ijeoma agreed. She drank water from the woman's calabash, tied a red wrapper around her waist, and lay by the riverside as the woman instructed. Ikemba was not allowed to follow. By dawn, she returned home. Within a week, she was pregnant. The villagers called it a miracle, but only Ikemba knew the truth. On the boy's 7th birthday, the woman returned. She knocked on their hut at midnight, wearing the same red wrapper. Ijeoma froze, but Ikemba, terrified for his son, told her to hide Obiajulu under the floor mats and not make a sound. The woman called Obiajulu's name once, twice, 3 times. Then she whispered, "You broke the deal. Now, someone must go." And just like that, Ikemba began to choke. Water poured from his nose, his mouth, his eyes. He fell to the floor, gasping, drowning, without a single drop in sight. By morning, he was gone. All that was left was a pool of river mud and a red string where he was lying. The woman in red was not just a spirit. She was Momiri, the river's hand, a collector of debts. The deal was simple. In exchange for a child, the river must receive him back at age 7 or take another in his place. Ijeoma had defied this law. She chose her son over her husband, and since that night, she raised Obiajulu in silence, pretending nothing happened. She forbade him from going near the river, from falling in love, from learning the truth. But the river waits. It never forgets. Oledo was not a girl, not truly. She was the vessel. The same spirit that had visited Ijeoma now returned through another face, another name. The moment she handed Obiajulu the charm wrapped in red, the river knew the deal had been reopened. And when Obiajulu followed her to the water, when he saw her wrapper vanish beneath the waves, when he ran and the river ran after him, it was already too late. The villagers found his hut soaked. They found his wrapper dripping from the ceiling, but no Obiajulu, only whispers and wet footprints leading back to the river. They say a few nights later, a child walked into the compound, barefoot, smiling. He said his name was Obiajulu, but his eyes were glowing faintly in the dark. And when one old woman asked him where he came from, he pointed to the river and whispered, "She gave me back, but she's still hungry." Never accept what the river offers unless you are ready to pay in full.